to come to Thailand, what age to come to Thailand, how to come to Thailand. It's 20 seconds to Thailand, Thailand Rob in the middle of the street in Japan. Yes, because that's where I am. So what am I doing in Japan? I am in Japan for one more week. I have been here for 10 days in Japan. Why did I pick Japan? Well, the temperature is wonderful here. The cherry blossom season just ended. The brakes on the Volkswagen are squeaky. I have friends that live in Japan. The past few days have been rainy and cold, but today is wonderful. It's 21, like 70 degrees and like 0% humidity. Hold on. The main reason I'm here is because I did not want to partake in Songkran this year. I did not want ice water dumped down my back. And also friends of mine were coming over here anyway, so we spent 2 or 3 days in Osaka, and then I've been traveling all around the place ever since. Now, I will make videos about me being here in Japan, but this video is still gonna be about Thailand, even though I'm nowhere near it. So what I wanna talk to you about today is when to come to Thailand, because I got some really good questions from some very young people in their early 20s, and I got a provoking email from someone in their late 60s, and so I want to address this. That's pretty broad range, but we've got a really good beer to go along with it, so let's get started. Hold up. The obligatory beer test of Japanese beers is coming soon. Trust me. Cody, you ask a really good question. You ask, should a young couple stay in the States, make as much money as possible, and then travel to Asia maybe in their 30s and not jump into it early? One thing I am very impressed with nowadays compared to when I was a youth.
The 2 youths.
Two what? Did you say utes?
Yeah, 2 youths.
What is a ute?
Was a lot of people will get their backpacking status right after college and just travel the world and see as much as they can, because that is a time in your life when you have the least amount of responsibilities. You are literally just able to walk around. You're probably not married. You're probably not in a high-end position job in your early 20s. So my thought process is this. You asked, should you just move over here? And I disagree with that completely. I would just travel and see everything that you could possibly see at your young early 20s. Then you can make a broader decision as you get older if that was the type of lifestyle that you would want to raise your family in, because you mentioned that you want to raise a family. The only problem with staying in America and earning all the money that you can earn is you will get into the rut that most people get involved with. You'll get a higher end position. You may start a family earlier than you anticipated. As you get older, you accrue responsibility and stuff. Americans have so much stuff. So it makes it, as an older person, more difficult. You have to sell or liquidate everything or put it in storage, or you may be giving up a position that you just don't want to give up because you're making so much money you don't want to leave it. And then you start thinking, well, we can retire in Asia. But seriously, do you really want to spend all of your life in what we consider some of our best years, not the golden years, but some of our younger years, not traveling and then waiting to the end? Just to tackle some of the questions that you asked about the education system over here. It's fine. It's like any country. You can have your general education, or you can have private education, you can have higher end education, your colleges, etc., etc., etc. You asked me, and I had to laugh when I read it, would the education in the States be better? And I had to laugh because if it's a public school system, no, I don't think so. That's my opinion. I'm not bashing our school system, but... And your last question is, you said that your wife is Korean, and you asked if there was any kind of animosity. And I should have stayed in school. See, public school. The Thai people worship Koreans. They love the look of Korean people, so she will be a princess over here. Don't worry about animosity. To answer your question, I would come over here as soon as possible. You said that you might finish your schooling in a couple of years. I would, as soon as I got out of school, I would come over here for 3 months. I would check out everything that you could see and then go back home and then make a plan. I love that you're that young and that you're thinking this much about your future, but I can tell you when you get to Thailand, it's a lot more laid back than where you are right now. You're gonna be way ahead of the game. Thank you for asking your question. On the flip side of that, what I'm getting ready to go into is another gentleman in his late 60s who is about to do something that I consider very, 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 very dangerous as far as a life decision goes. How you doing, Bill? Bill is in his late 60s and he's finishing up with a marital situation that's not going on anymore, and he's decided to come to Thailand. The reason I say it that way is he's decided so far in his email that he's just going to show up and this is where he's going to live. This is where I really have concerns about doing that. I cannot imagine never being in a country before and just considering moving there. The reason I'm so concerned about it is in the email that you have sent me, you asked me questions about you did not want to stay in Bangkok. You want to fly into Bangkok and then fly out immediately, which you can do, or you could just plan to fly into other airports in Chiang Mai or in Phuket, or just fly into any other. You can land in Bangkok and then get a transfer flight to any place that you would want to in the same day over here. You said you don't like Bangkok because it's a party place, but that is not completely true. Bangkok is a huge city and there's many things to do other than partying and the nightlife. So my concern is at the end of the email, you're considering just moving here, and yet and yet you're asking me like some basic questions on where to live, the flights, the travel. So I don't know if you've done a lot of research on living in Thailand, and you can't just move here. You would have to have your documents in order to allow you to stay here. If you just show up, they won't let you just live here. So I really recommend that you do just as much research as possible. So look at all the YouTube channels that you can find. Look up all the vloggers that interest you that have informational channels, a lot more superior than this channel. This is not the best source of information, trust me. It sounds to me in the email that you're just fed up and done and just wanting to pack it up and leave. Trust me, I understand that. That's how Thailand Rob became Thailand Rob. Yes, I did only buy a one-way ticket, but that wasn't with the whole intent of just being the super vagabond that's just gonna travel the world with a backpack. That wasn't my plan. And I don't recommend anyone to just do that. I would recommend, just as I did with the younger couple that I spoke of, come over, check it out, enjoy it. If you do wanna move here, you can, but you have to get your documents and your paperwork in order. So I don't recommend just selling everything. I don't know, I have no idea what you would have to dispose of to move over here, and I would really feel bad if you had made a mistake and got rid of everything and then you had to go back to where you're from, at least for a while. That might make it even more chaotic for you. And that's it. That's when to come to Thailand, what age to come to Thailand, how to come to Thailand. It's the same advice I always get. Just try it out. It's like a new girlfriend. No, that's a bad example. It's a very bad example. All right, let's head back to the hotel and get ready for some nighttime festivities. And yes, I will be making, I have some news for you. You know how I'm completely terrible at live streams? Like every one I've ever done? At least 95% of all my live streams are bad. I figured out how to fix it. Only took 2 years. Instead of making a whole Japan vlog right now, we might just, if I see something going on, there is the possibility at any given moment that I could actually do a live stream because, well, I figured out how to do it, and plus there's a lot of things to see over here. A lot of beautiful women, a lot of beautiful. Half the week's already over, we're almost up the weekend, and so I will see you guys. Greetings from Japan, have a nice day. I'll see you when the live stream goes on. That should be interesting, very much.
Can you take this asshole back to America, please?
Woody, don't forget that.